Oh, hi. I'm interpretive naturalist Dave Daly. Thanks for joining me at this campfire today. Fires are the perfect place to eat s'mores, tell stories, and sing songs. And in fact, today, I've got a story and a song for you. So let's get this fire going a little more, and we'll get started. Just gonna add another piece of wood or two. Cozy up to the fire. Ah, feels good, even with all this wind. So today, I've got a story about a caterpillar for you. And not just any caterpillar. This caterpillar decided it wanted to be a big, scary creature and take over a rabbit's home. Let's start. Once upon a time, there was a caterpillar that crawled into a rabbit's hole when she was out foraging for clover and other things to eat. When the rabbit arrived home, she noticed marks on the ground by her hole. She said, "Who's in my hole?" The caterpillar responded in a booming voice, "It is I, the creature that scares the feathers off of eagles and the fur off of bears." At that, the rabbit ran away. She was too scared to go home. When she ran into the woods, she noticed Fox playing. She ran up to Fox and said, "Fox, Fox, there's a big scary creature in my hole. Won't you go and help me get them out?" Fox confidently said, "Yes, of course. There's no creature that scares me." Well, Fox went to Rabbit's hole and called in, "Who is in my friend Rabbit's hole?" And the caterpillar responded in the big booming voice, "It is I, who scares the feathers off of eagles and the fur off of bears." Well, Fox was not too pleased and very scared when he heard that, and ran back to Rabbit and said, "I will not be helping you today. That creature scares me too." Well, Rabbit hopped along, seeing if she could find someone else to help her, when she ran into Coyote. Now, Coyote, ever the confident one, said, "Sure, I'll help you," when Rabbit asked if he might be able to get this scary creature out of her hole. Coyote walked right up to the hole and said, "Who's in my friend Rabbit's hole?" Well, the caterpillar took a deep breath and even louder this time boomed, "It is I, who scares the feathers off of eagles and the fur off of bears." Coyote, who usually runs with his tail down between his hind legs, ran away with his tail up in the air, scared as any coyote had ever been. He went back to Rabbit and said, "Sorry, can't help you today." Well, Rabbit moved along, seeing if she could find someone else to help her, when she ran into Eagle. Eagle was sitting on her nest, just hanging out. Rabbit said, "Eagle, would you please help me? There is a scary creature inside my hole." Eagle answered, "Yes, why of course I will help you." So she flew over to Rabbit's hole and said, "Who is in my friend Rabbit's hole?" Well, the caterpillar, knowing there was an eagle out there this time, said with a big breath, "It is I, who scares the feathers off of eagles and the fur off of bears." Well, Eagle, thinking about her own feathers, flew away. And as she flew away, she yelled down to Rabbit, "No thanks, can't help you today. That creature is too scary for me." And wouldn't you know it, Black Bear overheard what was going on, and as Rabbit came up to him, he said, "Don't even ask. I'm not going to be able to help." Well, as all the animals were trying to think of a way for Rabbit to get her hole back from this mysterious creature, along came little old Frog. Now, Frog was a smart little frog and knew that there had to be something going on here. So she said, "Hey, I'll help." They all laughed and said, "Frog, you are the smallest of us all." Well, Frog said, "I'm going to try to help anyways." So Frog went on over to that hole and said, "Who is in my friend Rabbit's hole?" And the caterpillar responded once again, "It is I, who scare the feathers off of eagles and the fur off of bears." Well, Frog didn't run away scared. Frog responded with an even louder voice, well, it is I who scares the one that scares the feathers off of eagles and the fur off of bears. And then Frog slowly leaned into the hole, knowing that her shadow would look large and scary. Well, at that moment, the caterpillar said, that's it, I am out of here, and came scurrying out of the hole. And wouldn't you know, all the animals had to have another laugh when they realized that a little teeny caterpillar had been what was scaring them, and that it took the smarts of the frog to solve the problem. The end. Now, I love caterpillars. Chances are you won't see one in a rabbit's hole, though. However, you might find one chomping on a leaf of a tree. And did you know that trees make their own food? You didn't? Well, why don't we sing a song about that? Let me just grab my guitar. Before I do that, let me put another piece of fire or wood on the fire. There we go. So as I said, trees make their own food. And here's how. There ain't no one to feed me. That's 'cause I'm a tree. Just give me some sun, soil, water, and air, and I'll be alright. Oh, there ain't no one to feed me. That's 'cause I'm a tree. Just give me some sun, soil, water, and air, and I'll be okay. I got my roots digging down deep into the ground, drinking up the rainwater that's falling all around. I got my leaves hanging high, way up in the sky, soaking up that sunshine, help me stay alive. Oh, there ain't no one to feed me. That's 'cause I'm a tree. Just give me some sun, soil, water, and air, and I'll be alright. Oh, there ain't no one to feed me. That's 'cause I'm a tree. Just give me some sun, soil, water, and air, and I'll be okay. Good soil keeps me healthy, feeds me nutrients, and some compost for dessert sure wouldn't hurt. I've got my sun, water, and soil, but that's not all I need. In order to survive, a tree's gotta breathe. Oh, there ain't no one to feed me. That's 'cause I'm a tree. Just give me some sun, soil, water, and air, and I'll be alright. Oh, there ain't no one to feed me. That's 'cause I'm a tree. Just give me some sun, soil, water, and air, and I'll be okay. And I'll be okay. Who doesn't love a good song about a tree? Anyways, folks, thanks for joining me today at this campfire. For more information on Summit Metro Park's programs, places to visit, and all that other good stuff, visit us at summitmetroparks.org. Thanks.